Wow.
Hey, I did it.
Well,
did you see that?
Like, clock's not running, so we can't
I did
start.
it. Yeah, we can't. We
Clock's
gotta wait.
not running.
Gotta wait. Blue numbers are 0.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. That makes him Damon. I apologize in advance. Damon, how was your week?
Apologize for who? For the clock not running?
No, for you.
Oh, okay. I got you. Hey, my week was good. So get this.
The opinions of Damon Paracchio are not the opinions of That Checks Out, LLC.
Or
Yeah,
Audio Hive.
Okay, you don't have to do that too.
No,
I do.
Yeah,
Wow.
legally, probably does.
It's a scumbag move.
Yeah, telling him he doesn't have to do
right
that.
out the gate. Scumbag. All right, hey, we had a work party, and for some big accomplishment.
Yeah.
And we went to a place that had horse dancing. Okay.
Horse dancing.
Horse dancing.
Nobody
Is that where
puts
you
pony
dance
in
with
a
the
corner.
horses?
What's that?
Is that where you dance with the horses?
Well, I thought so, but none of them would. I couldn't cut in. I was
Yeah,
like,
they put Damon in the corner.
Yeah, nobody puts Damon in the corner. But anyway, these ponies come in and they're like doing all this dance. They have to crank the music way high, right? And then they come in and they're doing all that. It was very cool. So I took Nicole and Chuck and Miss. Right now, behind a curtain, I'm eating different than everybody else right now in my family, and this was authentic Mexican food, right? Really good looking stuff. I probably got 8 plates of tacos for my family. I ate 0. I believe Chuck threw down 10 by himself. 10 tacos. They put 2 per plate.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do the math on that.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
you said, I got 8 plates. Chuck ate 10. That doesn't matter.
Chuck ate 10 tacos. There's two tacos per plate. But anyway, so then what was funny is like, you know how your kids, they're at a certain age where it's like, hey, this is cool, but it's not. When do we go? Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're just trying to hang and bonding. So my daughter, she didn't really come out of her shell. And I'm like, okay. So I go up and I get her a Sprite, right? And she loves kitty cocktails.
Paracchio, teenage mutant Paracchio.
She wouldn't come out.
Daughter
She
and a
wouldn't.
half shell. Not coming out.
Not coming out. Even if there was pizza, she wasn't coming out.
Not even for chicken tenders.
So it's funny. So I go up and I get her a Sprite. I go, hey, how about a Sprite? And their cola was Royal Crown, not a Coke or Pepsi. I go, I'll take Coke or Pepsi. Like, we have RC.
Is
I'm
RC okay?
I'm like,
That's a hard pass.
that's a stretch. Well, I gave it to Chuck. It didn't really matter. I got one of each because I didn't know which one she wanted. So fast forward, I'm sitting there. My phone dings. I'm sitting 2 people over from my daughter.
Yeah.
My phone dings. Hey, fam, how about you go grab me some more Sprite and some more tacos? And it says, "I gang." That's what it says. Because we like to send each other stupid stuff, right? I look down and I look up and I'm like, and she's smiling. I'm like, well, she's smiling. Here we go. So I go up and I get her a Sprite. I get kitty cocktail because we were joking about how she likes those. I come back to the table. I set it down. She goes, what's this? I go, kitty cocktail. She's like, oh, okay. She goes, I didn't really want one. So
I asked for a Sprite, fam.
yeah, so I give her the Sprite and the kitty cocktail. Guess which one disappears first? Not the Sprite. Okay.
I'm going to assume the Shirley
Yeah,
Temple,
so then-
as I call it.
So then later on, I ended up giving her 2 more of those. You know, I was like, you might be
trying
driving.
to get your
Just
daughter
relax.
drunk?
Yeah, you might be driving. But what I was saying is it was very cool to watch these horses. They come out in these like Jane Fonda leg bands, like leg warmers. They're orange, right? And the guy's riding them, and he's kind of just like holding on because they're bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. And then this dude comes through with one of them lassos. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he starts jumping through the lasso and doing everything. And I look when he takes his hat off, dude, he's older than me and you. I'm like,
Well, yeah, they don't teach those skills anymore.
yeah, but I'm looking at that going, there's no way if we trained for the next 5 years, there's no way we could do that.
False.
You think so?
Okay, yeah. 5
So,
years? Sure.
5 years.
Yeah.
Are you willing to make a commitment?
Am I going to do it? No.
I'm willing to buy a lasso. Are you
No.
willing to make a commitment?
No.
I have spurs. Those were purchased
I just
for me.
am offended off the top that you have the opinion that we are no longer physically capable of doing stuff.
Well, not lassoing. What are you going to lasso?
Why not?
You're not going to jump through a lasso. You're not. You might be able to do a hula hoop.
All right, let's.
Okay, but you're not gonna hula hoop a
I guess
lasso.
Damon's buying a lasso.
I'll buy a lasso. Okay. So 5 years. What's today? I don't know because the clock's not moving.
July 15th,
July 15th.
2024 in the year
Okay.
of our Lord.
Okay. So 2029. You better be ready. By the way,
I'll
you're not going to
practice.
be younger 5 years
I'll
from now.
practice about June
June
2029.
of 2029.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that was pretty much my fun week. I do have a dead to me too. Can I give that?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I listen to a lot of podcasts, especially this time of year. Fantasy football is my thing, so I like to listen to it. They have one guy. I'm going to give his name because I can't stand him. Lawrence Jackson's his name, okay? And I know his voice when he's on a podcast. I just know who he is, okay? I don't like what he adds. I don't like how he sounds. I don't like how he hesitates when he talks. He'll be like, so I'm going to tell you. Why? And I'm like, I don't have time for this. I want to listen about what wide receiver should I draft.
I watch every now and then I get recommended a guy on YouTube just like, hello, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Today we are in Joliet. Like,
Yeah.
just get to the point,
Yeah.
sir. Why
But
do you talk like that?
His paused voice inflection, I literally want to reach in the phone and be like, can I get a hold of him? Okay. So then this morning, he's on a different podcast he's never been on before. And I'm like, oh, of course. Now he's going to be a guest on here occasionally. That's awesome. So skip. But before I could skip, I heard his voice. He's like, yeah, I used to be, when I was in college, I was either going to play football, which he was like a backup DB or something. He goes, or I was real good at handball, which is now an Olympic sport. They start talking about Olympic handball during my fantasy football podcast.
I am for that because I can't stand your fantasy football
Okay,
podcast.
well, you're not for it. You're against me. Okay, there's a difference.
No, I think the whole thing is ridiculous.
I
but
think you and your lasso need to figure out. You're going to have to figure something out.
I think that, oh no, they talked about something like sport related, but wasn't specific to your exact
Correct.
same thing. Oh no.
Yeah, it's not that checks out where we could talk about anything. This is fantasy football, bro.
Probably a little louder.
I could. My mic is really up today. Don't I sound loud? I sound pretty loud, I think. I'm loud in my own ears.
Loud and proud.
So anyway, he is dead to me, and any podcast that has him on is dead to me. So we will never, I guarantee you, we will never have him on. Now I'm looking at your face. You're like, I'm going to invite this guy
I'll find
on
that
this
guy.
podcast.
No, because I don't care what his subject matter is. If he talks like that, he's out.
Yeah. Oh, it's just
I don't care if he's
insane.
talking about the thing that's most interesting to me in the world.
Right.
Can't do it.
Right. Yeah. No,
Because I will start screaming in his face to speed it up, chaps.
that's the whole thing. I think if you played him at 1.5 times speed, you still wouldn't be at a normal conversation.
Awful.
And it's just, like he paused at the most inappropriate. You're like, did I lose signal? Oh, there's his voice again.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are we doing? So anyway, that was my week. Horse dancing and a dead to me guy on a fantasy football podcast.
Horse dancing
Horse dancing.
and
Oh, Lasso guy. Ooh, which
a guy.
yeah. Hey, you could be Ted Lasso. Huh?
That's true.
Isn't it? That's a show, right?
Yeah.
That's a show. You could be Ted Lasso.
Wait, hold on. You know what's weird about that?
What? Don't tell me you wearing the socks? He's wearing the socks.
I am Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. He is Ted
I'm wearing
Lasso.
socks to say Ted Lasso. I am
Yes.
that guy.
He is. By the way, for a guy who tells me he's going to be able to learn this lasso and he had to hold his foot up on the table. So
I
I'm
didn't
just
have to hold
telling
my foot on the table. I had to pull it out from under the chair.
All right, then I'll give you that. But still, I feel like there was a grunt
Okay,
in there somewhere.
We'll kick the chair out of the way. You ready?
Yeah. All right, that's a Ted I know right there. That's a Ted I know.
Should be
That's two. That's
I did
two.
that at SNF comedy.
great if we had video.
We were, I'm doing that 5K with fellow comedian Matt Drufke
Yes.
in September. And I was like, hey, Drufke is stretching. And then I put my leg up on that wall that
Oh, yeah,
surrounds.
all the way to the top?
And he's like, well, not like that. And I did it with the other leg. Well, you better get on it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he's like, I've been running like 2 miles. I'm like, oh, I guess I should practice that part
Okay,
of it.
so listen, my stretching is very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not,
it's
the stretching
running.
I can just do without any like preamble.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
You got to warm up to you're like, I got to warm up to stretch. Okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to stretch phenomenally. I got to warm up first. what do you do to warm up to stretch? So, but yeah,
Can you stretch to warm up to stretch?
you're right though. The running part.
It's the running part that's going to get me.
So it's kind of fun. So in a 5K, as impressive as you stretch, it's really all about the 5K, the running, right? Isn't that kind of
Yeah.
the most important part of the 5K is the running. What about you then? How was your week?
Well, this morning I was woken up by an earthquake,
Oh, I heard about that.
which was not something I've had on my 2024 bingo card.
No,
No.
it was free space.
All the other things that have happened, that was not
it?
Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I woke up and I was like, wow, this storm is incredible. Because I fell asleep to it. Like the storm was going on.
Oh,
last
you're
night.
thinking it's thunder or something?
I just felt like the whole room shaking. And I was like, what is happening? Are we in a tornado? And then I was like, and I just went back to sleep.
Was that like 3:00 in the morning?
Yeah, it's like between 2 and 3 somewhere. in
Okay,
there.
because I know at one point in time, Lilo climbed in bed, and I mean, just was like, "No, I'm not." We were like, "No," and she's like, "No, you don't understand. I'm not having no.
Yeah.
I'm up here now.
Yeah.
I live here now.
This thing down here that I'm sleeping on is moving.
Yeah, this thing up
It
here.
not supposed to move.
Yeah, we're good. I'm up
Wait.
here now.
When did this happen?
This morning, 2:38, I think was the.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was out west by DeKalb, but
Wasn't it like a
Ah.
3.4? or something?
3.4. But I'm close enough where I was like,
Yeah.
what's this?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
And see, I don't think it woke me up, but it woke her up because she's laying on the floor.
Yeah.
yeah.
And dogs are, like,
in tune to that stuff. Right.
and then Friday I was asked to do something at work. Now let me roll back here. Roll back.
Gotcha.
At work, are you one of the people that just does whatever they have to do to get the thing done?
Oh yeah, that's
So you'll say yes to make it right for the customer? Is that your thing?
absolutely.
You would not have said yes to this.
The customer's not always right.
No, there wasn't the customer thing. I was asked to make a last minute delivery to the south side of Chicago
Ooh.
late on Friday afternoon.
Okay.
And it was one of those things where it wasn't right off the expressway. It was a lot of surface streets going on. So I looked at it and I went, yeah, all right, I guess I'll do it. Well, you don't have to. I'm like, right, but if I don't do it, you're going to find someone else. So then I'm going to look like a chump in the thing. Also, you're asking me to do it. It's because you want me to do it for whatever reason. So
you're trustworthy.
But yeah, the Friday night.
That's how you spent your Friday night?
Well, driving that. Well, this is the thing. I left work 3 hours early and got home at the exact same time.
Oh, nice.
How long it took to get into the city and then back out.
What about the grub? Could you get some good grub doing that or no? You just went home?
I just went home.
Because it opens up your possibilities
once
you get up there, right?
But this place was well in the residential area.
Oh, I got you.
So by the time I was heading out, I'm like, I saw a lot of places, but I'm like, I'm out. I just want to go home.
Yeah. Wilson out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. So I was just like, and then I was like, well, we don't want to drive in the city. A lot of other people that weren't volunteering. I'm like,
right.
And I do?
Right. Yeah. How come I do?
Well, they're like, well, we knew you went up there on Tuesday. Like that was for a thing that paid me to go there.
Right.
And do commodity.
Yeah.
Not
I was kind of funny, and I'll be funny now when I say no, I'm not going to do this.
It wasn't.
Yeah. No humor, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't. Drive to a residential area in the heart of the city.
Right. Yeah. I was actually somewhere cool, and people came to see me. That was when you watched a guy poop in a cup.
Yeah.
I mean,
true.
you can't do that in a residential area.
I did not see a man poop in a cup.
So
well, actually, Bozo bucketed a cup. If you recall.
Bozo bucket, right? That's right. He won a bike.
He pooped in his hand. He Bozo bucketed to the cup.
That's what you were saying. He flung it.
He won a bun chocolate bar.
Nice.
Everyone in the audience gets one.
Everyone.
Well, he also got a crisp $100 bill.
That's what was in there. Yeah, number 6, right?
Number 6 was a bike. Was a Schwinn and a $100 bill.
$100 bill, which back then, $100 bill, which could have been $1 million. You were a kid.
Yeah, I remember one of our friends back in the day. It must have been the show I was on. He won a G.I. Joe bridge layer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember that toy where the tank would come out and put a bridge down and then drive away?
Yeah.
What a wonderful toy for kids.
That's a thing to win, though.
You don't want to have to buy that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You want that to be a freebie.
Yeah.
But if someone is paying, like a large television studio is paying for your toy, shoot a little higher.
How about the aircraft carrier?
How about the aircraft?
Yeah.
No, maybe not that much. Maybe the Sky Striker.
Or even the headquarters.
Or the helicopter. But something cool.
Yeah, something impressive.
But literally a tank with no weapons and just puts a bridge out. And like, all right, guys, you can cross
by the way.
Yeah, you can cross this 8-foot ravine.
We don't know if you have any J. Joe guys, but we're going to give you this. This comes with no guys. Okay, we're going to give you a toy that comes with no guys. And hopefully when you go home, you're going to be like, I have so many J. Joe guys. Which, by the way, any kid our age really kind of did anyway. So it is what it is.
I always love that because, they'd have to give him the first one. If you'd miss it, they let you go again.
Oh, yeah.
You
can dunk it.
Have to drop it.
Just reach over.
Just let go.
Reach over. Look, unless
and kids are just be like, just toss it. And you're like, all right, you're an idiot.
Unless you drop it from over your head, it's not going to bounce out.
Right.
Okay, just reach over and drop it.
Yeah.
Okay. Even number 2. You know what? You're getting number 2.
You should get number 2. Yeah.
Number 3, you got a little bit of a toss.
Number 3, you got to toss and you got to make sure the bounce stays in the bucket. That's the trick.
Correct. Yeah.
But if you're standing directly over essentially a garbage can and can't let go of a ping pong ball so it stays in the bottom.
But you know how we trained for this when we were kids, and younger people won't know this. We trained for this at McDonald's birthday parties with the 5-gallon water jug and the straws. You just have to, remember you just had to drop the straw in, which by the way, the straw never falls straight, ever. But you had a much smaller hole and you still had to get it in there. So now when you go to Bozo Buckets, you can't reach over and drop a ping pong. You ever been to a birthday party?
Right.
You ever been to McDonald's?
And most of these kids were, they're barely taller than the bucket.
Correct. Yeah.
It's not like they're throwing it down from where we are, where it would bounce. It'd just be like,
yeah, no, you can touch the edge of the bucket. They're okay with that. Hey, Jordan, post up and dunk that. Okay. You're fine. Yeah. Drive the lane. You're good. So, but yeah, the kids that never got the first one and they had to walk off, I felt like, first off, you're like, what a pathetic loser. Okay. Second off, you're like, you were on TV. You told your friends.
But they'd be like, you get a picture and a free bun. Everyone gets one.
Yes. Right.
Everybody in the audience, well, we all got one.
I can't believe we sent Bozo out to do this. We just sent Cookie. We shouldn't even sent Bozo out here. I don't even understand.
Just cookie buckets.
Yeah, Bozo wasted his time. So
also go have his Marlboros and his
be smoking
PBR,
out back.
right? His old style.
I love doing that now. You watch the shots of like people that are wearing like Minnie Mouse costumes and stuff. Like they're not at Disney, but they're somewhere. And it's like a Hispanic guy. He's got the head up halfway and he's smoking. He got the hands off.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, that's
you
cool.
sent that video of people that were in sitcoms back when we were kids.
Oh yeah, I did.
And their ages between 46 and 55.
It's gross.
And they all look like We thought they were 100 when we were kids, which
Yeah.
I get that kids nowadays think that we're old, but we don't look that old.
No.
And I'm sorry, you can put us up against anyone. None of us look that old.
Correct.
I do not look as old as Sanford
No.
or Archie Bunker or whatever.
Right. Archie
And
Bunker.
I put under, and someone else shared that, and I put it under yours and another person who shared it independently. Like, these are the best anti-smoking PSAs ever.
They absolutely
Because
are.
all the smoking they did, and secondhand smoke, it just
Yeah.
literally like petrified people.
Yeah, you look like leather. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will say. I'm old, but I have pretty nice skin. All right.
All right. Well, that's been our show. Everybody.
Where can they find us, Dad?
No, they can't because I'm shutting it all down.
Hey,
That was it. Everyone's done.
Can I give a PSA?
About anti-smoking?
No. This one's actually better.
Okay.
National Park Service says never push a slower friend down when escaping a bear.
Really?
Never?
Never. Okay. So it says,
Are you just saying that because you presume to be the slowest friend in almost every group?
first off, I'm not going to stretch. You're going to waste time stretching. I'm Bolton. Okay.
No, I'm riding my lasso.
I am Michael Bolton.
I
going.
am lassoing the fastest friend, and they're going to pull me.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Like, damn, he got good with that lasso. Oh my God. He said he wasn't even going to start till 2029. I don't even know what's going on.
There's bears involved. It's different now.
So anyway, the headline actually says, National Park Service says, quote, never push a slower friend down when escaping a bear. So here it is. Officials with the National Park Services are using a little humor while sharing a few bear safety tips.
Oh, they think they're being cute.
Right. If you come across a bear, never push a slower friend down, even if you feel the friendship has run its course. First off, you're a goner. Okay. Not only that, I'm probably going to keep a bottle of like Sweet Baby Ray's just to pour on you when you hit the ground, just to make sure I have more time. Okay. Because I'm not going to stretch. Odds are I'm going to pull something while I'm running away. All right. He's going to get you mid stretch and probably start with your Ted Lasso socks, which are now just coated in Sweet Baby Ray's. Okay. But it says officials say that in the spring, when the snow begins to melt, parks around the country, many bears are expected to become more active. Okay. Now, you don't have to be a scientist to know this. Okay.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Yeah. But it says, according to the Park Service, seeing a bear in the wild is a special treat for any visitor. It depends on how you see them. Okay. If I see you from, what is that from the Great Outdoors, the bear dump. Okay.
Right.
And I'm in my car. You know what? That's a pretty cool experience. If I see you just off the walking trail that I've decided I'm going to partake in some wilderness, that is not a very cool encounter. So it says, while it's an exciting moment, it is important to remember that bears in national parks are wild and can be dangerous.
No.
Okay. How many people think that they actually act like Yogi and they just want your picnic basket?
I mean, there are really dumb people out there.
I know.
We read about them almost every week here. That
Yeah.
checks out.
But it does say, officials said bears' behavior can be unpredictable sometimes, and although rare, attacks on humans have occurred. Although rare. It's probably rare, but you know what it is? It's the guy that has to take the selfie and doesn't want to use the selfie stick. Don't put your arm around the bear.
Yeah,
okay?
get right up in there on the
Yeah,
bear.
get right up in there. He's a cuddler. He's definitely a cuddler. So it says follow some basic guidelines to help you to help lessen the threat of danger. The park shared your safety can depend on your ability to calm the bear. You want to know what my first thought is? How do I keep this guy calm? That's not my first thought. Okay, my first thought is, am I wearing pants right now? Because I'm about to crap.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe, just maybe, he'll stop and play with that.
You're like,
while I'm running.
Where's my Chipotle cup? I'm about to bozo bucket.
I'm going to butt nugget this thing from a distance. I'm winning a bike.
From a distance.
Yeah, I'm winning a bike. So it says, keep your distance, and not surprising the bears are some of the most important things they can do. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. If I ever can't keep my distance from a bear, first off, I'm already dead. Okay. Second off, my whole goal is not to scare him.
Why not? I say go for it.
Ted hits him with the lasso and then runs. I'm like, how'd you scare him from over there? I don't know, but I'm out. I already stretched.
I'm out.
Yeah. I learned how to stretch and lasso at the same time. So you are now a goner. But it says they need to make a special effort to be noticed if they're in an area with known bear activity, such as berry bushes. Let me tell you where I'm not hiding. Okay.
Where food is?
Yeah. Or like berry bushes.
I guess
when
low down.
I hear a bear coming.
Yeah.
Let me get in a berry bush.
Let me get low down.
Yeah. Let me get right here where they're probably going to stop and sniff anyway. Let's do this right here. So it says, here are the tips. Identify yourself by talking calmly so the bear knows you are human and not a prey animal. Do you think the bear watches Netflix and is like, that's human? Like, we have like Cocaine Bear. They have like White Trash Man. You know what I mean? Like, that's me. They're looking like that guy. He's in a shirt that's too small.
Yeah.
He's wearing cargo shorts and New Balance. He's not a threat to you.
He's probably, singing as Bear boys, bear boys.
Right.
What you gonna do when
He
they
comes up,
come
he's like,
for
we're
you?
the cool dads. I'm like, you heard this song?
You heard that song?
Are you serious? You have YouTube? Yeah.
I wish other people had.
But it says, stay calm. Remember, most bears do not want to attack. They usually want to be left alone. Then why are you there? But if your whole goal is to see a bear and you get too close, I'd say you done already screwed up. Now's not the time to be like, dude, it's cool. I'm a person. Let me talk calmly to you. I'm not here to scare you.
I'm not here to scare you.
Yeah, I'm not here to scare you. You know?
Maybe if you talk to them in there, hey, everybody.
So get this
I'm
one.
not here to scare you.
See,
I'm just here to
be
hang
like,
out.
if you talk like that, we are best friends. I don't care if you eat my face off. We are
God, you know
best
what I would
friends.
do? I would bring a speaker.
Yeah. You throw him a Bluetooth speaker and you're like, look, Damon's not going
And
nowhere.
I'd just throw him a radio
Yeah.
tuned to 88.7 and I'd have Mr. Microphone.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. And it starts fading out as you're running
Yeah, as I'm
farther
running,
away.
yeah. It
Why do
just-
you sound winded? You're not even moving, Bear. Why do you sound winded?
Is that a lasso I hear?
Yeah. But it says, here's the next one. Pick up small children immediately. Do not make any loud noises or screams. What? If I see a
Wait,
bear,
am I picking up a child to run with it or just to throw it down like later?
you pick
like-
up the child, you go, ah! You throw the
Yeah.
child at the bear. Okay, like I've done two things I'm not supposed to do, but I'm still going to live. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, are those my countermeasures?
Yeah, I was
like my
gonna-
chaff?
Right. Yeah. Boom. I see you're no screaming.
I'm out
And
of flares. I'm out of flares.
Yeah.
Those are to children, Ted.
And I raised you one airborne child. Which, by the way, if I grab a child, it's not going to be mine. You know what I mean? I'll be like, look at that family. I got your kid. All right. Well, I'm like, kids, get to the car. What are you doing with that little kid? I'm going to throw him at the bear. Okay. He's not one of us. So it says, hike and travel in groups. Groups of people are usually noisier and smellier than a single person. Isn't smell what attracts them? I mean, isn't that what?
Yeah, I mean, you would think that would
Do you
be.
just want to like you want to trek with somebody that has just righteous BO? You're like, dude, you're ripe. You
Yeah,
walk next to
yeah.
me. You walk next to me.
Guess who's going first?
Yeah. Yeah. You
You
walk,
actually going last.
yeah, slightly downhill from
Yeah.
me. That's where I want you. Okay. It says, make yourselves look as large as possible. I got that covered. Okay. I've already, it's like, I can't get any bigger. You see me eating? Why is he eating a whole bowl of cereal? He's trying to bulk up. The bear is right there. So I can't believe he's stopping for a bowl of Golden Grams right now. You know what I mean? You're like, every time I eat milk, I seem to gain a couple
Is there anything
pounds.
that bears are nose blind to? You just smell like that, and they're just standing like,
Yeah.
You're like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and you're like,
Okay.
don't move, Jared. Don't move.
So here's what I can get into. Do not allow the bear access to your food. I'd be like, these are my Golden Grams. I'm whacking them with a spoon as I'm eating. I'm trying to get bigger. Just relax. Hold on a second. But it says getting your food will only encourage the bear to make the situation worse. I don't understand how that happens. If I had a picnic basket and I was running from a bear and I dropped the picnic basket, odds are the bear's not going to follow me.
Right. He's going to go low hanging fruit.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. He's like, look, I can stop right now and have a meal, or I can chase this guy for, I don't know, about another 6 feet till he collapses because he didn't stretch first. And we know he's old and fat. You know what I mean?
Didn't even
So,
bring his own lasso.
He didn't even tie his New Balance. He's going to trip over them laces. It's just a matter of time. What he's probably going is, let me have, this is my appetizer right here in the picnic basket. And I'm going to get that guy in a second, you know? But it says, do not drop your pack as it can provide protection to your back. I'm not going to lead with my
What
back.
am I wearing? A Kevlar?
Yeah, I don't
Kevlar?
understand. Yeah,
Kevlar.
yeah, what am I wearing?
Kevlar? Yeah.
Am I wearing a force field? You know? Do not run. But if the bear follows, stop and hold your ground. Like dogs, they will chase fleeing animals. I'd rather be chased by a dog.
I've never like stood my ground on a dog, and he's like, "Oh, we stopping?
Wait
now?
a minute. Is this a challenge?
We stopping now?"
Yeah.
I mean, they might for a second be like
yeah.
do that ramp up thing, like that ramp up thing. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it's back on.
Yeah, it's still
All right.
going. Yes. You know, I would get the one bear that starts cracking his knuckles. Oh, it's go time, huh? I'd be like, damn it.
You just take a
I
stick
can't believe I stood my
and
ground.
draw a little line in the dirt.
Yeah, you're like,
I read online.
Yeah.
We just holding ground.
Don't you cross that. He crossed the line. You're like, oh, you back up a step? No, don't cross this line. Yeah. And then what I do is I do that all the way to the cliff because I've seen it in cartoons. It works.
Yeah.
I get all the way to the cliff. I'm like, don't cross this line. Then you're woo, and he's gone.
Yeah, as long as you don't look down.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I jump in his arms. I'm
No,
so
you're like,
scared of the heights.
You don't look down. You're just floating off there. He looks down, and you just walk back on.
Right.
Like
That's how it works.
That's how it works, bro.
Says, do not climb a tree because both grizzlies and black bears can climb trees. There is no chance of me climbing a tree to get away from
Well,
a bear.
yeah, for sure. They didn't know it was you. But also, again, if you're throwing like your pack or your picnic basket or whatever, or a child the other way, climb whatever you want. They're going after that.
Right.
It's got to be a big child. It's got to be able to sustain them long enough for you to get to your car.
And here's the last one. This one I know. Be especially cautious if you see a female with cubs. Never place yourself between them and never attempt to approach them.
Oh, you don't start doing like shell game with them? But
In your picnic basket.
Yeah.
This kid's under. I got 3 picnic baskets. Your kid is in one of these. Can you guess which one it is? So, but yeah. Anyway, this is my PSA. Okay. First off, me and you together, you're a goner. I'm telling you right now. I will push you, trip you, punch you, kick you. Doesn't matter.
what am I, a boppet? Push him, twist him, trip him.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. So, but it says more bear safety tips can be found online from the National Park Service. Okay. Where I'm sure they don't use humor. Now, we'll call it a PSA and a fun fact.
All right,
Okay.
we're doubling up.
So now we're going to fun fact number 2. Okay. In response to her husband's infidelity, a woman from Prague decided to end her life by jumping from her 3rd-story balcony. Now, by chance, she happened to land on her spouse below, who was returning home. She survived. He died from the impact.
Now, I question if this was really her taking her life.
Right.
Or if it was,
Yeah.
if I make this look good enough.
Yeah. Here I come, scumbag.
'Cause how does that get him back? Like, you're cheating on your spouse.
Yeah. I'll show you. I'll die.
Well, yeah. You're like, oh, I hope that she doesn't decide to kill herself.
Yeah. Oh, so that just freed up more time.
Yeah.
Cool. Because I was thinking about seeing another chick too, and now I got more time. I really like to not. I'd like to stop lying because my conscience is really getting to me. Oh, what's that? And all of a sudden it's getting shady. You're like, what? It's not even a cloudy day. What are we doing? So, but yeah, you don't. This is intentional. Okay, you don't accidentally jump off a building and time it. Now, if you fall on like other people, hot dog cart.
That's one thing.
Yeah, hot dog cart.
Whatever they have in carts in Prague.
Right. Oh yeah, what do they have in carts?
I don't
Prague?
know.
I don't know. They think they have hot dog schnitzel. Is it schnitzel?
Sure. Wieners.
Yeah, Wiener schnitzel. Yeah, in Prague. But anyway, so he died from the impact. She survived. I find this far fetched.
Little sus. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's on a weird fact thing. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take it. Here's the deal. If I read it on the internet, it's true. Okay, I don't really care. I don't do any
but
research.
If your husband or wife, depending on which one it is, comes home at 5:06 every day, or between 5:05 and 5:10 every day.
Yeah.
And you jump at that exact time into their exact path, either you wanted them to see it or you're like, I hope I land here.
Yeah. Right.
Also, if you're at the 3rd floor, or 3rd story, you're not going to look out and be like, oh, I don't know if I see him or not.
Yeah.
You're going to see the person you're jumping on.
The only thing you're playing is the wind.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to make sure that you jump slightly to the left or to the right because you got to land on him. So again, she couldn't have been unscathed.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
She could have been unscathed.
I'm sure she didn't A-team, just dust herself off and walk away after the car flips 9
What's
times.
that? The other guys aim for the bushes.
Yeah, aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes. All right.
But not the berry bushes.
Not the berry bushes because the bear will find you. He will find you. All right. This one's pretty cool. I think I fit in this category. During the 1972 Summer Olympics, American swimmer and 9-time Olympic champion Mark Spitz jokingly told a Russian swim coach that his mustache deflects the water away from his mouth, allowing him to swim faster and better. By the next year, all of the men on the Russian swim team had grown mustaches.
Well,
that's pretty awesome.
I wonder if you learned that from the British because they didn't tell the Axis powers that they had radar. And they're like, how are they shooting us down? And the word got out that they were eating carrots because it was good for their vision.
Yeah.
So then everyone started eating carrots, even though it was all BS.
Really?
To the point now, even now to this day, there's still some people who are like, oh yeah, carrots, the beta carotene, really good for your vision. No, it's not. It's because the British were trying to hide the radar system they had.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
so it's a very similar.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
That's a
Do
fun
you think
fact.
Spitz learned that in
Ted, I think
school?
you should do these more.
Yeah. just off the cuff. Ted, you need to talk more during fun facts because apparently you can add something.
Apparently, you just bring fun facts to the table.
Yeah.
But you think Spitz learned that in school? And he's like, hey, watch me turn my mustache into a carrot.
Yeah, you ever seen a Russian mustache? You're about to see a
Watch
ton of
this.
them. Yeah, watch this. Don't you? I'll bet you $1 I can get all them Russians to grow mustaches.
It went from that to the reality. They started wearing those like shark suits. The shark skin suits. And finally, the year after that, the Olympics were like, no.
Yeah.
No. We're literally starting the clock and you guys are touching the tape. Like, you guys got to, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Because mostly it's because some countries could afford those.
Right.
And other countries were barely lucky to find a pool to swim in.
Yeah.
And we're like literally wearing like, superhero outfits. The Olympics are like the mustache thing, hilarious.
Yeah.
Wearing high tech, swimsuits. No.
Yeah.
Nah, dog.
Well, you got to think mustache is going to slow you down. That's actually that's
drag. Yeah.
That's a break.
Yeah.
That's a break.
That's why they wear the caps and the things and the.
It's damn well a mouth anchor. Okay, that's really what it is. Okay, it's a mouth anchor. All right.
Yeah, you're scooping up all.
Yeah, you're lucky.
All the stuff that's in there.
You're lucky. All the plankton.
Yeah. I almost said that.
So anyway, Here's my next fun fact. I don't remember it anymore because you threw in so much great news. I don't even know. I don't even know what
I
it is.
apologize.
So it says the term and concept of jaywalking was introduced in the 1920s by the auto industry as part of the propaganda campaign to claim the roads for cars and shift the blame in accidents to cars from cars to pedestrians. At the time, jay was a slur with similar meaning to redneck or hillbilly. Okay. So what you're saying is that all these cars, this is probably going to happen again because now you're going to get these cars that drive themselves. You're going to be like, hold on. We don't hit people in the crosswalk. You're not supposed to be in the middle of the road. You know what I mean?
This is probably around the same time that one guy got the first ticket for going 8 miles an hour.
Right.
They're like, oh, we got to get these people out of the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now cars drive at, ungodly speeds and people are like, I'll make it.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to, it's like the worst game of
I
Frogger
mean, that's how
ever.
you tell tourists from the locals when you're in a big city, the people that are like waiting for the little white man
Oh, yeah.
or
They're visiting.
the orange hand to stop going. Merp,
Yeah, they're
merp,
visiting.
merp. If you look and you see a car, oh, that's about a block and a half down. I'll be good.
Yeah.
And you see like 6 people go across. You're like, oh, those people live here.
They live here. Yeah.
The rest of us are like, I'm not going to risk it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know anybody here and nobody owes me a favor in this town. So I'm going to stay right here till it says to go. But it's kind of funny. What if they would have called it like hillbilly-walking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or redneck
walking.
Redneck walking. It's like, okay.
Redneck trekking, I think is what they would have called it.
Trekking. Yeah. we'd be trekking across that intersection.
We'd be
there.
trekking.
Yeah. So, which by the way, if you remember weeks back, dead to me is people that go and make the 90 degree. It's like, just cut across. Okay. You're fine. The light's there. Jump in that thing.
Well,
I don't care where you
I
jump
mean-
in it. Just jump in.
Max should be able to attest to this. In Japan, they have a lot of intersections where at one point they stop all the traffic and they just let the X go. So you
Really?
can go from corner to corner.
No way.
Yeah, and just if you're like here and you want to get over there, you don't have to go. You don't have to make the L. You just angle it straight across.
Oh, that's the shortest distance. That's
Yeah.
great.
So that they have cars.
You don't have to
And
wait
then- well,
twice.
they open it up like they shut on both lanes, and you can go X, but you can also do the side piece if that's all you need.
Yeah.
But the whole they just literally turn the whole thing into one big crosswalk, and the masses go that way, and the masses go this way, and then they get out in the car and start again.
You know who else had a side piece? The guy whose wife laid on him.
Yeah.
That guy had a side piece too.
So
So
if he had a different crosswalk,
you
he wouldn't have
imagine
landed
that?
on.
That's what it is. She hit him in the crosswalk. They're like, oh, you were
Well,
totally redneck.
The best
walking.
thing about it, that's not a story if she doesn't land on him.
Oh, for sure. Right. Yeah. She
That's
just
not even
somebody-
like no one would know about it. It's
No.
just like,
Yeah, unless she survived and it
Yeah.
was like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
my God, I mean, then she's a superhero. Yeah. All right, here's my last one. And I'm going to say this one because I think this one also affects me. The trees don't touch each other because of the phenomenon known as crown shyness.
the phenomena.
Known as-
Ba-ba-ba-da.
but it's the trees don't touch because it's called crown shyness. This is a guy thing.
Oh,
Crown
it's like when you
shyness?
put an extra space in the urinal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the guy urinal. You
Did
know
I
what
tell you
mean?
about the one at work? It has like a little the urinal like mat has a little a soccer goal and a soccer ball.
No way.
Yeah, so you can try to pee your way into a goal.
Get out
I've
of
never
here.
seen anyone use it.
Really?
I mean, I have to have someone right next to me.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, but yeah.
I mean, like not even not like physically like watch the stream use it. But like I've never seen a dude standing.
I was gonna say because for you,
I've
you're
never
like,
seen
I
man
never,
use
never
that
seen anybody
urinal.
do that. And then I just picture you in a folding chair, just waiting, taking notes. Like, okay, yep, nope, no goal, no goal. You know?
Ole, 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 ole.
You're red carding guys.
Ole, ole. What's Ted doing? He's watching a soccer match. He's watching the football.
A lot of crown shyness in that bathroom. A lot of crown shyness. All right. So anyway, that was. I thought it's kind of weird, but when you think about it, trees they don't overlap.
Yeah.
When you look up, they're never touching. One can be lower than the other one, and the branches can be over it. And I get it, but I mean that one usually then grows to an angle, right? Because they always pull towards the sun.
Yeah, I mean they try to get to the light, sure.
Yeah. So if something's in the way, they'll half of it'll grow. All right. So you know how you play the There Goes My Hero?
Yeah.
I actually have it. There Goes My Hero. Yeah, you really like that one, don't you?
I had to
Okay.
rickroll your hero.
This one ties in with our Russian swim team. Alabama woman, 108, stays young by flirting with men with mustaches.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now she's 108. She saw those guys.
Yeah.
Okay? She was there.
Right.
Okay? And she was an adult. Okay?
Yeah.
She wasn't there as like a child. She was there as an adult.
Yeah, she got really excited at the 76 Olympics.
So-
I wasn't a communist before,
Ooh.
but look at them mustaches.
Drop my wall.
How much for a commie ride?
What is it? Drop my wall? Is that what we did in the 90s? Yeah, just drop my wall. So it says Helen Denmark turned 108 on Sunday. Okay. She was celebrated with a party Monday thrown by her friends and caregivers. That's awful cocky thinking she's going to make it till Monday. She turned 108 on Sunday. But it was by her friends and caregivers. I got news for you. These friends.
These are all characters.
These are, yeah. And these are new friends. Okay. Yeah. Her original friends.
Yeah, original friends. Been gone twice over.
Yes. I was going to say, she's watched their great grandchildren pass away.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, it says in her assisted living in Birmingham, Alabama. Denmark said she doesn't feel any older than she did when she was 107. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, once you probably hit that age, that all
Yeah.
feels the same.
So see, once you're petrified,
Yeah.
okay, I don't think there's any more like, okay, ooh, I feel older.
But it's always like this woman flirted with mustachioed men.
Correct.
It's always weird stuff. I drink 3 Dr. Peppers.
Yeah, and I smoke a carton of
And I have 3 Suzy Q's. Do they even make those anymore?
Right.
I've kept them.
I've kept them.
I won a lifetime supply in 1983.
And I tell you what, the Suzy Q factory's really pissed because
And
I'm still alive.
I asked them for them up front.
Yeah, I was 78 in 83. I still won.
When Hostess went out, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
So I asked for a lot up front. I'm probably the reason why they went out. What were we talking about again?
Yeah.
Where's my Dr. Pepper? But it's always some weird, like it's
Yeah.
never running or just eating beets or, it's always something that was like, doctor's like, don't do that.
So what's funny is you got one sentence ahead because I just read this. She says she stays feeling youthful by drinking wine, eating dessert, and flirting with men with mustaches.
There it is.
Okay. Everything that they would tell you not to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Besides the mustache guy, you want to flirt with, whatever, flirt with him. It is what it is. But it says the centenarian said she still feels healthy and strong. And this is a quote. Well, I feel all right, she said. I'll be here when I'm 110. Let's not get cocky. All right.
As soon as she says that, all of a sudden it's mandated every man must shave.
Yeah. Don't knock on wood. Okay. But it says the U.S. Census Bureau estimated there were 101,000 people over the age of 100 living in the country as of January.
Yeah. I mean, some people have put out the opinion that the person who lives, quote unquote, never die, has already been born.
Really?
They think that like medical advancements, okay, say they live to be 100 and something happens and like, okay, now they double that lifespan. Like, okay, but by the time that person gets to 100, now they've doubled it again. And now they get to, it's a whack out theory. It's out there, but they're speculating that we are on the cusp of pushing that limit.
So that's probably because it says, and that number is expected to quadruple to 422,000 by 2054.
I wish them well. I won't be there.
Yeah.
I hope they make it well.
Yeah. I was going to say, you there's not enough cryogenic freezing
Yeah.
to save me for anything.
Did you like the original people that got cryogenically frozen? Like they accidentally turned to mush.
Did they really?
Yeah, it didn't quite go. It didn't pan out. And I don't think they're going to be like, oh, we better.
But what kind of money do they spend on that?
We better refreeze this. What if we can come up with
it's not taco meat.
What happens? What if we can come up with a cure for goosh? Can we come up with a cure for that? No.
It's freezer burn. They're shaking the ice out of your bag. Yeah. They're like, okay, hold on, listen.
Did this thaw and refreeze?
He'll be okay.
Did we lose power over the weekend? We had all that money from them. We didn't think about buying a generator.
They got a pull starter Craftsman.
Yeah.
It's good for like 32,000.
We could at least gotten a Honda.
Yeah.
Those things will run forever.
How many BTUs is that? I won't even run my air conditioner. How many people we got in here?
They're sitting around in the pool deck they used to buy it with all the money, and they got like all this stuff powered up, and all of a sudden you hear, did you plug in the second DJ booth? We said both booths cannot be plugged in at the same time.
Yeah, come on, guys.
We have just gooshed humans.
Yeah. Gooshed. You've been gooshed.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, so this woman.
Yeah. So
I wish they would have said what kind of dessert.
Yeah, I know that would have been.
I'm a particular to pecan pie. It's mostly just sugar and nuts.
Well, you figure because she's in Alabama, so she's something like
it's
that.
Probably
it's
pecan
that,
pie.
or it's rhubarb
either
pie,
that, or it's buttermilk pie.
Yeah.
Banana pudding.
Yeah.
There's fruit, banana pudding.
Yeah.
Actually, those are herbs. But whatever. Go on with yourself.
So anyway, Helen Denmark, 108. She says she'll live to be 110. I got to be honest with you. I got a better chance of her living to be 110 than you learn how to lasso. Well, okay, I'm just telling you right now.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, okay.
I would say this. All those people that live past, 99, once you get up past 100, it's all the years that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like if you could somehow stretch out, 20 to 40. Like that level of presumed bodily health.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But suddenly, like, people are like, I don't know, she probably pees in a bag for all I know.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, she's living in assisted living, so like at the very least, someone's picking her up and putting her on the can.
right.
That's my. I assume that's what I translate assisted living to me.
That's your assisted living.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
I got to get put on the can.
Does someone have to put you on the can? Yeah, then you're in assisted living.
You're assisted
That's how it
living.
works. That's how it works. So,
You want to eat your Suzuki while you're on the can?
yeah.
You know what I do?
Do you have a tube coming from your, I don't know, cooter? Then yeah, you actually are in assisted living.
Well, all right. So if you're going to go that route, I wasn't going to go there. We're going to go there.
Yeah.
They asked, God, what was his name? The guy that played,
What? Talk to me, Goose.
No, I can't think of his name now. That sucks.
Because I
I
said,
know. Yeah, I know he was in the movie Marty, but no one's going to remember that. Ernest Borgnine. That's his name.
okay, yeah,
He
he's
was
famous.
McHale's Navy.
Yeah.
He was original, and then he
He's
was in the
famous.
remake. All right. They asked him. He was in his 80s or not. I think he was in the 90s. He's like, he's on a talk show, morning talk show, and he was like, "How do you stay healthy? How have you been living this long? What's your secret?" Turns to the guy, thinks he's whispering, has a lav mic on,
Oh no!
totally mic'd up, and he's like, "I self-entertain a lot," but he didn't say self-entertain.
No way.
Yeah, it was like Good Morning America, the Today Show, whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
At that age?
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Got to clean the pipes.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I understand, but
Yeah.
wow. But
Yeah, he castrates.
but there's an age you get where you can just say that.
I
stuff.
know, it's just great. He just like, and the whole place just went.
Yeah.
But
But very few can say it on Good
Mikhail
Morning
just
America.
told us he polishes the ship many
Yeah.
times a day.
Right. Right.
Fountain of youth.
Yeah.
And he's just smiling at him, grinning, think he's just keeping a secret between him and the guy
Yeah.
on the couch. No.
No, you and like 7 million people
Yeah.
just heard that. Yeah.
And now it's 7,014,000 because we just said it on the podcast.
Oh yeah. Hey,
So
breaking news. We should have said spoiler alert.
this guy that died,
Yeah,
he
we
stayed alive really long
We should have said spoiler alert.
by playing a song by the Divinals.
By the way, I just like that the word cooter unleashed that for everything. I just feel like I unleashed that beast. So that was.
I
on
mean,
me.
we do talk about how we watched a television show from 1979 to 1984. I think it was 85.
Oh yeah.
Where
They would
one of
never
the
fly
main
today.
characters
His name was Cooter.
was Cooter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has many shops. He's at least 3, I believe, still in operation.
Yeah.
Where from the highway you can see a giant sign that says Cooters.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now, you got to wonder if they ever put that next to a Hooters.
Right. Yeah.
What kind of clientele are you going to try to bring in
Right.
there?
Right. Or next to a what's the one when you travel down south, the Lion's Den?
Yeah.
You're like, what are we going into here?
This is not what I expected.
Yeah. This is totally
I
different.
went into Hooters and it was wings.
Yeah.
I came into Cooters and it was a lot of orange cars.
Yeah. Both had a cover
You
charge. I don't
people
understand.
suck.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Yeah, it was a lot of orange shorts and now it's orange cars.
Yeah. Hey, either way, it's orange.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So, but
No Hooters, Cooters, or Tooters anywhere in this place.
man, there was a place called Tutors.
I think that would be the butts, right? I mean, we're covering everything.
It would have to be. Yeah, that would have to be. So that would, you know, what that would be a place too, like Outback, like we play cornhole. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "This is what we
Yeah.
do." It's like,
well,
oh,
I mean, we came up with a name.
how specific? That would be so great.
We came up with, we can call it, let's see, we can call it bags. And some people are like, oh, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Some people call it,
Well, they want to put it on a championship.
Yeah.
They go, it's cornhole. It's
Yeah.
like, can't you just call it bags?
right.
Okay.
And some people are like, no, we're going to go with cornhole. Do you guys know what the alternative meaning of cornhole is? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
No, I understand. There's slang.
And we want to go with it. we want to be able to tell our wives proudly that we are getting paid to cornhole.
That's right. That's right. Well, that and slang for beanbag. I mean, that's a thing too. I get it, but it's not nowhere near as specific.
Yeah.
Okay. As cornhole. So, and then you have to keep score.
Well, I get with horseshoes. They used horseshoes.
Right. It's an actual. It's
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
You
something.
show me where you used a hole of corn.
Correct.
Or a corn hole. Like, where did you
Yeah.
do?
You didn't throw
that's what we're going
corn.
with.
No, I guess they do put corn in the bean
Oh,
bags. Right.
beans,
That's
yeah.
that's probably what the bean bags can sometimes.
All right,
be
here's
corn.
what we do. We're going to invent a name. We're going to put corn in bags and throw it in a hole. Cornhole! I guess.
What's that? It's Mitch Hedberg. I'm going on break. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Named it in 5 seconds.
Speaking of which, when's Jerry getting here? Because I want to clock out.
Hey, I got a strange story. All right. We got to do this. You're going to hit the button. You're going to give it to
Oh,
Macaulay.
yeah, sorry.
Strange stories.
I'd already been thinking about clocking out.
Okay. This title is kind of shady, so we're going to see what happens.
Also, the button is equidistant between us. But go ahead.
Yeah,
Sure. That's
sorry.
fine.
I'm reading.
Oh.
Okay. Korean.
I have to focus.
We both knew I will fall out of this chair. Yeah.
have to focus.
I can't do two things at one time.
I'm reading.
Korean office robot seemingly commits suicide due to overwork. So he ended his own robot self due to overwork. A robot.
Please pray for Mojo. He's a robot. He's now dead.
You know what's great? Imagine if he jumped off the roof onto that lady's husband. You're like,
No, he jumped off the roof he jumped up above her, saw her, threw her down.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't have any kids. I'll throw you.
Yeah.
I don't have any kids. I must throw this lady
I got
because
this.
I'm a robot.
You really like that song, don't you?
It's, it's just it's stuck in my head.
So it says, even with the ongoing push for automation in all industries worldwide, South Korea has gone particularly gung-ho about robots. The Asian country has the highest rate of robot adoption in the world, with 1 industrial robot for every 10 human employees. That is a huge number.
Yeah.
That's huge. As such, it's not surprising that the Gumi City Council decided they needed a robot too. Although South Korea is renowned for producing some of the most advanced technology. Globally. The council decided to acquire its robot from abroad. So they imported. You have to have the technology to do this. And you're like, you know what? Why don't we get one from somewhere else? You know what I mean? I hate to say
well,
it.
it's like, we're not even using homegrown stuff. Now
Right.
we're importing your replacements of imports.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's like, we were going to send the work out. Instead, we brought the work in. It's just a robot. So the company turned to Bear Robotics, which primarily manufactures robotic waiters for restaurants, which I've seen some of those, and those are cool.
Hey, everybody. We make those robots that bring drinks to your table.
So we might as well make something for the city council, right? But it says it had to be capable of carrying papers. Okay. So I don't think that if you can carry my hors d'oeuvres, okay, or my appetizers to my table, I would think you could carry papers, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the same?
Yeah, you're basically, I need a flat surface that moves.
Yeah, you need the little step ladder that grandma keeps next to her fridge to get on top with wheels on it. That's what it is. It's got 3 different shelves on it, and the screen tells you this is for your table.
Yeah.
Take it. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah, I basically need a bookshelf that moves.
But it says, frankly, it was pretty impressive. It certainly could deliver documents, but it was also able to scan them. Oh, so this is a special robot. The robot featured an interface that allowed users to interact with it. So you have people that are running the robot that are interacting with it. Is the robot their boss?
It's even better. They got 3 people in a room, like actually working the robot.
And the robot's taking the job of one person.
They've hired 3 people.
Yes.
To run this robot.
Yeah.
At a much higher cost.
So it said the supervisor can answer simple questions for the visitors, like, where do I go to file Form D-274-5B? And this was used to advertise the city council services. So they're so proud of this robot. They're like, look, can you believe we got this robot? And they're like, we make better ones here in the country.
Yeah.
You have one that can deliver papers.
Right.
Okay. Look, if I order wontons, it'll bring it to my table. That's what this robot's for. You know?
Yeah, they probably work at the company that invented that Spider-Man robot at Disney.
Yeah.
That can swing around and actually like do web stuff like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey guys, look at this robot we brought in. It's a TV tray.
Yeah.
That can tell you where to find, 0-4 -
Yeah.
Now, if that works, it doesn't give me attitude. I say put that in all those government buildings.
Oh, correct. Yeah. It'll show up. It'll work.
Do you have the form? What form? The form that you need for being this line. Well, how do I find it out? When you get to the front and I tell you.
Yeah. You know what you do? You do that. You put a printer in them, and then they just print out what you need right there.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Well, can I get that form from you? No, you got to go 3 lines down. Do I need a form in that line? You'll find out.
Your robot has crossed arms. I don't even want to walk up and talk to it. It looks like it's pissed already.
The robots would just be like, that's not how we do it, Deborah. We just print like this.
What I was going to say is the robot's got a Karen wig on. So you're like, I do not even want to talk to this robot.
I'd like to speak to, I am the manager. Manager. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Number 5 alive, because that's what I picture is like Johnny 5.
Yeah.
So it says
the KR, the KAR3N is down.
And I don't see this being true. Human employees at the city council certainly took a shine to their mechanical colleague. I don't see how.
I, for one, welcome our new robot overlords.
The bot even has its own security pass, just like everybody else. In quotes, it was officially part of the mayor's office. One of us. It worked diligently.
What if it is Johnny 5 who just murdered someone and sold their pass?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. They just invited me to work for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you have Dylan's pass?
First off,
Dylan doesn't sound like a name from this country, but we're going to go with it.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You'd be like, I don't know that Dylan is like the Asian. Okay, look, you go in any.
I don't like the stereotype.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like where you're going there. Okay. I like where you're going there. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you go in any city council in Asia, I don't think you're going to be like, I'm here to talk to Dylan.
I am looking for Dylan.
Yeah.
Johnny Five just rolls up.
I am-
Dylan alive.
I am dialing. It's not a hard
I
Y.
apologize. I didn't know how you spelled it.
That's
Here.
not a hard Y. I'm sorry. I didn't
Sorry,
know how you-
Dylan.
Sorry, Dylan. But it says, one of the robot's most impressive features was using the council's building's elevators. You're excited about this thing going, hey, it knows when the door opens, it goes in that elevator.
Yeah, it's a floor that moves. If he uses the stairs, come talk to me. If he goes down the fireman pole, maybe we can have a conversation. He just gets on the moving floor that goes up and come on now.
So it says this is how they're excited they are. It knew how to call an elevator, wait for it to arrive, and then ride it to another floor to complete its tasks.
I bet a Roomba could do that.
Right. And it'll work around the clock. It's not going to be like, I
the
work
only
too
way,
hard.
and the Roomba can do that. It just does this for like 10 minutes until the door opens up.
Yeah, right. Where's your Roomba? It's waiting to get on the elevator.
It's just pounding.
it'll be fine.
Pounding the elevator door.
It'll be fine.
And then once it's in there, it's going to clean the whole floor until the door opens up again. And
That's
it's going to
correct.
make its way right out,
Elevator's going to be clean as hell. I'm going to tell you that right now.
except for the corners.
Because I can tell you what the elevator can't, or what it can't do. Press buttons when it gets in that elevator.
These are the dirtiest elevator corners I've ever seen.
Right.
It's just the floor is that much cleaner in comparison.
So this allowed the bot to bypass the stairs because it wasn't able to climb or descend. A bit of ominous foreshadowing in hindsight. Oh, so I'm telling me this guy threw himself down the steps. Okay.
yeah.
Although it seemed to work happily all day long, something dark was brewing in the robot supervisor's artificial mind. Listen, when you start talking about stuff like this, that makes me say, we can't have these things.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like I could punch you in the face and get away. I'm not going to punch a robot. Okay? Perhaps all work and no play.
Well,
now, I will tell you.
you can if you just go in the middle of the stairs.
I will tell you right now, I'm a Paracchio. I can make that robot rage quit anything.
That's
all right?
true.
I promise you right now, I don't
Yeah.
have to punch that robot. That robot will end itself.
Like if you would have come back to the table and thrown a Sprite and some tacos,
Yes.
be like, hey, fam, here you go.
Yeah.
Boom. Just throw them in their face. I think rage quit would have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. I'm totally down with
Or sat across from them and just slowly eaten the tacos and the Sprite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good idea getting these tacos.
Yeah. You said go get some tacos and a Sprite. You didn't say for who.
Great idea, fam.
Fam.
Yeah, great idea. But it says perhaps all work and no play was making it a dull bot. The robot punched in at 9 a.m. every day and punched out at 6 every single day. Dude, I work more hours than this robot. Okay? Yeah, and guess what? The robot's probably in the air conditioning.
Probably.
I'm not. Okay?
Robot doesn't need a gallon of iced tea to survive, though.
Yeah. By the way, I'm so glad I brought that today.
We're saving 8 nickels.
Yeah. It says granted, those are standard working hours in South Korean office employee. But at least the bot's human colleagues could go home to their families and grab a drink with friends after work.
The robot's just up agaast the glass window.
Yeah,
Just watching it leave. Just like his claws up against the window, like, robot want love too.
Oh, this next
Oh,
sentence.
he just looks out. Dylan will get revenge.
Dylan mad. Yeah. So it says, where did the bot go? Nowhere. It stayed always in the office. It appears the stress finally broke something in the robot. Around 4 p.m. on June 26th, the city council's human workers noticed something that was off about their robotic friend. Employees saw the robot and said it was circling in one spot as if something was there near a 6.5-foot tall staircase.
I'm going to do it. 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 I'm going to do it just over and over.
So it says, and that was the last time anyone would see the robot alive. Soon afterwards, the bot stepped over the top of the stairwell. With no legs to walk on, it tumbled down the staircase. By the time it hit the bottom, the robot supervisor was dead.
As his Terminator light is going out, robot is free.
Yeah. So, in all seriousness, which I don't know how there's any seriousness after we just said,
Where's the seriousness
Okay.
at this point?
it's highly unlikely the robot consciously committed suicide. He's correct. Yet the incident has sparked a discussion about the robot overwork and whether machines belong in every workplace. Listen, if you're building cars and you have robotic arms that put doors on and do this and that, that's fine.
Have you seen the one where they have one like that? It's hydraulic, and it was an art installation. It's in the middle of this like big enclosure, and the guy like pops his hydraulic line, and the whole robot is programmed to scoop up liquid and put it in itself for the hydraulic line.
Yeah.
But he can't do it fast enough. So you're literally watching the robot bleed out as he's trying to scoop it in.
No
scoop it
way.
in. And then finally, I think the robot realizes where he's at and just goes, "Brrr," and it's like, yeah, it's like, well, thanks a lot, guy.
Yeah.
It's funny when they blow a guy's hand off and turn him into Robert Cop, but this is sad.
Right,
We can't
yeah.
be watching this.
Yeah, that's not.
I would not buy this for $1.
That's a great reference.
Thank you.
I hope people get that. I really hope
really
people
do.
get that. I think there's a handful that will.
Please respond.
After all, the robot may have been very, very well been overworked. It's only a computer, and perhaps it was trying to process one too many things at once, resulting in a system error that killed it.
Yeah, I bet it was some jerk like you in the office that was like, "Hey, where are you going tonight? We're going to go hang out." Ah. Hey, you want to get some drinks later?
You want to drive? Huh? You just see me riding it.
Yeah.
What is he doing? If he stays on the robot for 8 seconds, we got to buy him a beer tonight.
We're going to take the tops off some T85 calculators. You want to come with? You could bring those to work. No, we can't. We're going to leave it home.
Your mother was a snowblower. Also a great reference. Just say it. But it says, whether that's what happened, the council's still trying to figure it out. This is, oh my goodness, this is a quote. Pieces have been collected and will be analyzed by Bear Robotics.
Hey, everybody, this went wrong.
Yeah, do you think...
Let's figure this out.
Do you think, though, that this was like a plant? Because this came from another country. They could just put it in there and be like, how does this stuff work? They just, like the whole time, they're watching through the robot's eyes.
Well, also, yeah, they're like, we need to get inside. What if we jump off these stairs and they take part of us inside, like in the deep side for experimentation?
Yeah, you see his eye wake up and roll around. Yeah. It's a great movie. We should do it. This would be a good movie.
Are you jotting this down, Mac?
Yeah. Mac, you taking notes?
No.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Huh? No. All right.
There you go.
So here, yeah.
We found it.
Found it. That's we know what he's doing. But it says for now, the council has iced all future plans to acquire more robots, at least for now. At first, they want to know what really drove the robot supervisor to suicide and if introducing another such machine is safe. Listen, I don't think when you interview the new machine, you go, you know what happened to your predecessor?
Yeah.
Okay. He threw himself off the stairs. Okay.
Have you now or at any time had any urge to throw yourself off of, let's say, stairs?
You know what's weird? They just have ramps and slides now. They don't. Stairs are gone.
Yeah, it's just chutes and no ladders. It's just chutes.
Chutes and elevators. I don't think that's a real thing.
Yeah.
It is because we're losing robots. These things are expensive. Okay, there's no warranty when they kill themselves.
And then it just like turns into like a robot like water slide orgy after work every night. Why is it always wet at the bottom of these chutes?
What are we doing?
Why are these chutes always so slick?
There's hydraulic fluid all over this hallway. What were we doing in here?
Who lubed these chutes?
It's Robot Cooter, sir. Robot Cooter. Where can they find us, Tad? Had to say it.
You can find us at Tutors. That checks out TadNet. All the socials that checks out WDT. This episode is recorded for you at Audio High Podcasting Studio. Our wonderful audio producer and owner proprietor of Audio High Podcasting Studio, Brian. This episode has been executively produced. I don't even know if that's a word anymore.
Maybe.
By Damon Bracchio and Ted Wilson. We'll catch you next time.
I hope somebody gets that reference. That was a good reference. I'll buy that for $1.